You exert more leadership influence than you're aware of. You are already a leader. Hey everybody, my name's Jesse. I noticed that when I get more sleep, my kids behave better. Which seems kind of strange, right? Why would my sleep habits affect someone else's behavior? But think about it, and it's totally true. This observation has broad implications for your life. There are several very good reasons for this. First of all, getting enough sleep has beneficial effects on both mood and decision making. When we get enough sleep, we make better choices. When we are sleep deprived, we are distractible and error prone. It has been said many times, but it's still very true. If you are experiencing any kind of trouble in your life, start by addressing your sleep habits. If you are able to start sleeping more, you may be surprised by how quickly your other life problems begin to resolve themselves. But with that said, let's consider sleep as an example of how something you do affects the world around you. Number 1, perception. The first is your perception. When you get better sleep, your well-rested mindset allows you to have a more positive outlook on the world. When your perception of the world is more positive, you have a generally rosier view of your kids' behavior. If they misbehave, you can let it go more easily, and if they behave well, you can focus on that. Your selective focus is more likely to be tuned into those aspects of their behavior that reinforce your positive outlook. You may even ignore minor infractions, and ignoring minor infractions generally decreases the chances of conflict escalation. Number 2, triggering. This second one can be difficult to accept, but sometimes other people's bad behavior is their response to our own bad behavior. Our mindset alone may trigger the bad behavior of others. In this case, if you do not sleep well, you tend to be grumpy. When you are grumpy, you are more likely to do or say things that upset your kids. It's probably unintentional, it may not even be directed at them, but your grumpy bad vibes affect them and trigger their bad behavior. In other words, they may actually behave worse because you are grumpy. Number 3, feedback. If you don't get enough sleep, you're more likely to overreact to minor infractions. This creates a feedback loop of conflict escalation where your anger stimulates their anger and a cascading chain reaction quickly explodes in a major flare-up of bad behavior. For example, instead of patiently asking your child for the 10,000th time to put down her comic book and get ready for school, you might snap at her in an angry voice. Your angry voice triggers her own angry response, and next thing you know, she's throwing a full-blown temper tantrum. Number 4, emulation. When you get better sleep, there's a good chance that your kids are getting better sleep too. They emulate your good habits, and that, in turn, influences them to behave well. When your kids are well rested, they behave better, and the positive feedback goes on from there. But when you sleep poorly, your kids are likely to sleep poorly as well. So just at the time when you're grumpy, they are grumpy as well. You're more likely to trigger each other. Beyond the sleep aspect, the kids are likely to emulate your moods and habits. If you say grumpy things, your kids are more likely to say grumpy things. If you are impatient, your kids are more likely to be impatient. They emulate your behavior. Sleep has an easily observable effect on mood, but the implications of this go way beyond sleep. This is important to your life in the big picture. What's true for your kids is probably also true for your friends, your spouse, your colleagues and co-workers, your clients, your employees, your peers, and random strangers. You affect everyone around you with your moods, and your response to other people's moods can create positive or negative feedback loops. Positive or negative feedback loops. Positive or negative feedback loops. I mean, yes, you should get more sleep. We all should get more sleep, don't get me wrong. But beyond sleep, Changing your outlook on life really can change the way other people treat you. When you are in a bad mood, you're more likely to perceive the people you encounter as being rude to you, and part of that is your own selective perception. And part of that is because they are actually more likely to be rude because they don't like the look on your face. But when you are in a good mood, you're more likely to perceive the people you encounter as being nice to you, and part of that is your own selective perception, but part of that is because they are actually more likely to be nice to you because they like your smile. This goes well beyond the look on your face. Your attitude affects the responses of others. The people around you imitate you. They emulate you. You exert more leadership influence than you're aware of. You are already a leader, even if you're not aware of it. And to a certain extent, you emulate the people around you as well. If you find that you're persistently stuck in bad moods day after day, you may want to examine the company you keep. It's possible that your friends and companions may be bringing you down. Sometimes finding some new associates to hang around with can make all the difference in changing your attitude and your life situation. Please believe me, I understand that this information is not necessarily very useful if you are stuck in a downward spiral of clinical depression and anxiety. But if you are in a bad place in your life right now, then you're going to want to do everything you can and use every tool at your disposal to get to a better place, right? One tool might be antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication. One tool might be timers to tell you when to put the phone down to go to bed and get better sleep. One tool might be melatonin. One tool might be your plan to diet and exercise and cut back on alcohol. And one tool might be your plan to change your mindset. You can change your mindset through mindfulness meditation. You can change your mindset by immersing yourself in self-help books, podcasts, and videos such as this one. You can change your mindset by changing the friends who you spend most of your time with. It doesn't mean they're bad people, it just means you're ready for a change. When you improve yourself, the world around you changes for the better. This is true of your attitude, and it's also true of your physical fitness and your household finances as well. The things you do have ripple effects. Other people are affected by you. When you improve yourself, you influence them. Sometimes it's subtle, and sometimes it's really obvious. Imagine how these positive ripple effects would interact if we all tried to be the best version of ourselves all the time. The world really would become a better place. So try it now. Start today. Become a better version of yourself, because that's something you can do to make the world a better place. Thanks for watching, you guys. Be sure to mash that subscribe button, and I will be talking to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.